Let us go back to the Bangladesh insight from the previous unit. Community health worker reach is working. Accessibility is strong. Communities trust the workers they can reach, and yet maternal mortality stays high. The gap is not at the point of first contact, it is at the referral. What happens or does not happen after the community worker sends a patient to a facility? That is the insight. Now we build the memo, 5 parts. Let us go. Part 1. The decision question. One sentence. What type of intervention is most likely to reduce maternal mortality in a context where community health workers' reach is already strong? Notice what that question does. It rules out solutions that are not relevant here. We already have community reach. The question is not how to get workers to households, it is what happens next. Part 2. The key insight. 2 sentences. Community health workers' accessibility and trust in this context are relatively strong. However, maternal mortality remains high, suggests the gap is at the referral accountability interface, not at the point of first contact. Part 3. The recommendation. This is the most important sentence in the memo. Specific and actionable. Invest in referral tracking systems and accountability mechanisms that follow through on community health worker referrals to facilities, rather than expanding the number of community workers already in place. Notice how specific that is. Part 4. The evidence basis. Health expenditure sits at 2.44% of gross domestic product, the lowest in the Asia Pacific region. The health system responsiveness score of 6.4 out of 10 shows strong accessibility and acceptability alongside weak accountability and quality perception, the dimension that governs what happens at and after the referral. 2 evidence streams, the dashboard number, the responsiveness score. That is the why behind the recommendation. Part 5. The key trade-off. This recommendation assumes that accountability mechanisms can be introduced without a proportional increase in total health spending. If building and sustaining such mechanisms proves expensive, a combined investment in both community reach and facility accountability may be required. Honest, specific, it names the assumption and tells the reader what would change the recommendation. That is what a trade-off statement should do. 5 parts, 1 Bangladesh memo, and India and Vietnam are yours. Open the template, work through each part in the same order. Decision question first, recommendation third, trade-off last. Do not skip ahead to the recommendation before you have written the question. The question is what keeps the recommendation honest. Take your time with part 3. That is where the vagueness usually hides.